Okay, let's welcome to the project. Go to the project hotline and meet Erin Stewart, who's running for mayor of New Britain, where you're born and raised.
Good morning. Yes, I was. I'm a hard-hitting New Britain girl at heart.
I love hard-hitting New Britain. Well, the saying that is. All I really know of New Britain is, and here's where I reveal the 20 years I've got on you, sadly, is the Sting. Do you know anything? Have you heard tales of the Sting?
I have, and it's so funny you mentioned that because a good friend of mine is a reporter he's doing freelance reporting for one of our local papers.
Right.
And he's currently writing a story about the Sting.
It was awesome.
I've heard many a story. It was knocked down when I was, I want to say, maybe 10, 11 years old.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be sad. And I knew it had been gone for a long time. I used to cover rock music for locally as well as nationally, and the Sting was my go-to place. Got a lot of shows back in the day. But
you know what it is now?
No, I don't.
It's a liquor depot.
Liquor Depot?
Yeah.
Actually, that was the Sting's nickname too. When it was that's crass. But you just did CCC's morning show, so I think hopefully you're a bit used to crass.
Yes.
Now, Erin, if you don't mind me calling you Erin, congratulations on the run, on going for it.
Thank you.
26 years old. Is that already an issue? Is that already something people... I mean, that's pretty young.
It is. I mean, I think it's a question in people's minds, but it's an asset to me. I think that my age, but the experience at my age is the benefit that I've got. I've been involved with the city for over 10 years on different boards and commissions. I guess I should ask them, where were you at 26?
Yeah, well, true enough. I know one mayoral candidate here in New Haven is getting hit with the youth card, and he's 30. He's 38. Yeah, I know. So it's a card I understand, but also you'd want someone in there who
has new, fresh ideas, energy.
Well, and also doesn't already have a bunch of favors due to folks. And once you get to a certain age, you've stockpiled the favors.
That is very true.
Yeah.
I don't owe anyone anything, except for the residents of the city of New Britain, who clearly deserve better.
I think that's wonderful. Now, we did, I don't exactly know how we're tying you to the story in New Britain, first and outside of your running for mayor there. Of the story with the superintendent who's the whole, what is it? Don't talk smack and don't show crack.
That is, I've been serving on the Board of Education in New Britain for the last 2 years.
Okay.
So there's my tie.
Okay. On the Board of Ed. Okay, so you're with this.
I am. Don't talk smack, don't show crack. That's our message this year. Yeah. You know, the residents of the city of New Britain are tired of what we've become. You know, our district's been going downhill, and we've taken no responsibility. We've become complacent with this behavior, with children swearing at teachers and faculty members and thinking that it's okay, and also dressing inappropriately. You know I wasn't there too long ago. I saw it happen. But it's a clear message we're sending to our students in the school district of New Britain, and that is you will show respect, you will take personal responsibility for yourself, and that personal responsibility is going to take on several forms. You'll dress in an appropriate way. You'll be responsible for the language that comes out of your mouth, and if you're not welcome here, and there's going to be consequences for your actions. So we're looking at an immediate 5 to 10 days suspension for saying derogatory comments towards faculty members. And if your pants are down below your crack, we're going to send you immediately to the office to be changed.
I hate that. I hate that look. Now, I take pot shots. I get hits for that because people are, look at how you dressed when you went to the Sting. You look like the girl in Flashdance. And, and I understand that. Fashions change, this and that. For the life of me, though, ill-fitting riding look, I don't get it. I don't get half of the undergarments showing. And that's not a fashion statement to me, and I don't think that has anything to do with age. They're undergarments. I don't want our daughters seeing that. I don't think it's appropriate. I wouldn't want my son to do that. And I'm all for torn jeans, rips in the knees. Do you worry, I would have to say, Erin, that a race card could be played there, though, because can, even though now all of our youth have, I love them riding low, slung low. African Americans that, the hip hop culture, it takes ownership of that and could easily play a race card.
I don't think that's anything we have to worry about here in New Britain. Okay. I think that it spreads across all races and ethnicities.
Really,
but
all the
bottom line is
all the kids are doing it. You're saying?
Oh yeah,
they
absolutely. Look, I don't even know how you walk like that. First of all, how you walking up the stairs, and never mind if someone's trying to, chase after you for getting a hall pass. Perhaps it would help us catch them faster if they were skipping classes. But the fact is that. Pull them up. It's inappropriate. No one wants to see that. And we're going to make sure that the kids are following our rules.
Yeah. And now, I know the ramifications. And again, we have Erin Stewart on for Mayor, New Britain, and also on the Board of Ed. And you're standing alongside Superintendent Kelt Cooper as far as this don't talk smack, don't show crack. The ramifications, they think, are fining the parents right now. And to a degree, I've got 2 small kids. So sure, if my kid's foul-mouthed, and mine can be, I think, because I am around them, I've got to take that hit. And when they come home, I would have, I get the paying back. On the flip side of that, though, I've seen this before. You drop your kids off at school, not mine, but the jeans are up and cinched up. They get out of you drive away, you pull away from the school. They peel them right down, and then so a lot of moms and dads are going to be like, what? So now I've got to scream and yell at them, pay a fine, and I did all I could do.
The fine is associated not with the swearing or with the pants below your crack.
Okay.
That was a separate issue that we were talking about in terms of truancy and attendance rates. So we were talking about fining parents for children who were caught skipping school. If we were to implement a daytime curfew, that's the conversation that we had been having. Nothing with that is set in stone yet. It was more of just a conversation just to kind of get a feel, throw it out there, see how people reacted to it, because we've got an issue. Like many urban schools, our truancy and our chronic absenteeism is an issue, and Mr. Cooper has made it a priority to want to try and tackle that. And this is just another way that another option that he's putting on the table to see if it's possible.
Yeah. I appreciate ideas. Now, the truancy, I would make the same argument. You drop your kid off, they go in through the front door, out through the back. Parents are going to be just as frustrated. But one place we've got to get to is the parents who want to blame everything on teachers and the teachers who want to blame everything on, hey, it starts in the home. We're really in this together. So I'm raising my kids with their teachers. So even if an idea from a superintendent is outlandish, I appreciate an idea.
It's hard to find those these days.
Yeah, I mean, just it could be ridiculous and like, what? I'm not cutting a check for that. But at least it's somebody kicking around ideas and saying, okay, what if we go down this road? Let's see if this provides results. Something new.
Personal responsibility matters. And, it's not only on the student's part, but on the parent's part as well. And it's tough when sometimes your school district takes on the role of the parent in many cases, and we're trying to wean ourselves away from that. We've learned that there's always going to be excuses. But when it comes to our students in New Britain and their education, we're not accepting any excuses anymore. The kids are too important and they're too precious to us here in New Britain. And we're going to do everything that we can to make sure that when they walk through our doors, they're getting the best education possible and learning the right manners, too.
Yeah. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe the belts are tricky these days. I mean, sometimes finding that finding the appropriate hole. Sometimes ours we'd have to push it through and make that new hole. I had to do that with your belt. Yeah, maybe that's the problem. Nonetheless, I appreciate you playing along here. Erin Stewart, I think you're wonderful. 26 years old and willing to take on the world, or at the very least, New Britain.
Thank you.
I do. I wish you luck, and I think you're great, and let's stay in touch.
Absolutely. I'd love to come back sometime.
All right. Take care.
Thanks for having me.